Imagine a place where people live well into their 90s and beyond, maintaining vibrant health and a joyful outlook on life. Such a place exists and on earth.
Places where they're said to forget how to die because life expectancy is in the 90s. So we're definitely living longer globally.
Hello and welcome to Cocoa Pods, a podcast of the Birth Center for Natural Deliveries Foundation. My name is Dr. Bola Sogadi. I'm a women's health specialist. On this podcast, we talk about all the issues relating to women's health and identify the problems and talk about ways in which we can mitigate the problems. Welcome to another episode of Cocoa Pods podcast. We have an exciting and inspiring topic to delve into. In this new series, we explore the fascinating journey of actually growing to an old age with vitality. We'll uncover the secrets behind longevity, like that of the Icaria's inhabitants. Icaria is home to a remarkable population who enjoy some of the longest lifespans in the world. We'll explore how lifestyle, richness in social connections, a good healthy diet, for example, a Mediterranean diet, regular physical activity, and a relaxed approach to life contribute to remarkable health and happiness, like of the Icarians. Before we continue into today's episode, let's learn a little bit more about the island where people forgot to die. So Icaria is a Greek island located in the Aegean Sea, and it's known for its stunning natural beauty, its rich history, and unique cultural practices. So it's part of a group of islands situated southwest of Samos. It has a mountainous terrain, lush forest, and a scenic coastline. And it has a Mediterranean climate with mild, wet winters and hot, dry summers. And it's notable for its hot springs. The thermal springs of Icaria are renowned for their therapeutic properties. It has beautiful beaches, including Seychelles Beach, Nas Beach, and Livadi Beach. And it's known for its traditional festivals, such as the Panegyria, which celebrates saints' feast days with food, music, and dance. So while it's not heavily touristed as other Greek islands, Icaria attracts visitors seeking peaceful, authentic experience. So our journey today doesn't just stop at Icaria. We'll hear from an expert who's also an inspiring individual who shares our insights and experiences on how we can incorporate some of these principles into our lives, no matter where we live. Today, we gain valuable insights from Dr. Ogugua Osi-Ogu from Abuja, Nigeria, an expert in aging.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Shogari, for having me. It's really a pleasure. It's really good to be on this podcast with you, and I'm excited that we'll be talking about aging. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So as Dr. Osi-Ogu said, she is a specialist in aging. So can you tell us about your credentials and your background in aging medicine?
Right. So I started off medical training at the University of Ibadan here in Nigeria. I did some practice here in Nigeria before I relocated to Kenya, where I worked with a team of cardiologists for about a decade before I went on to do my residency and fellowship at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So as a resident in medicine, about 85% of our patients were actually older adults. And that's how my interest in geriatrics came to be. And so that led me to do a fellowship in geriatrics. And it has been very enriching for me, dealing with older people. They are so grateful for little things that you do for them. And I love the stories that they have to tell. I learn a lot. Like I said, it's really enriching. They think they're gaining from me, but I'm learning a lot from my interaction with them. So I finished my fellowship in Pittsburgh and returned home. Being in the agent space in the US, I realized that I had not had that exposure in Nigeria. And for me, that was one of the reasons that I actually opted for a geriatrics fellowship. So I came back home, and I'm really grateful to God that I have had the opportunity that I've had to champion geriatrics in the country. And on my return 18 years ago, when I would say geriatrics, it sounded very alien. But today, many more people, my colleagues, are more familiar on radio just to raise awareness. Oh, but we don't live long in Nigeria. You're not going to have much to do. But that's not the case, where my patient cohort have ranged in age from 60 to 102. And we know that our life expectancy has definitely increased. It's no more in the 40s, not even in the 50s anymore. We're now at 61 and 63 for men and women, respectively. So yes, I'm really excited. I have also been part of policymaking decision regarding aging in Nigeria. We have an agency of government. It's already established, from the agitation from all of us in, our stakeholders in the aging space. So an agency was established in 2021. It's called the National Senior Citizen Center. And we also now have a national policy on aging, which is a roadmap that this agency will be using to plan our programs to ensure that as Nigerians live longer, that they are healthier, they have improved livelihood.
Thank you. So the first one was, you talked about the average life expectancy for men and women in Nigeria, in contrast with the rest of the world. And you also talked about your engagement in media. Can you talk to us a little bit about those two items?
Right. So we know that the average life expectancy in Nigeria has improved. We used to be in the 40s about 15, 20 years ago, but we're now at 61 for the men and 63 years for the women. We know, though, that the average life expectancy globally is in the 70s. So we're still, falling short, but it's a success story that we've moved from the 40s to the early 60s now. The regions of the world that actually have the highest average life expectancy are called the blue zones of the world. Okinawa in Japan, where if you're born today in Okinawa, you're expected to live into the 80s. Places like Icaria in Greece, where they're said to forget how to die because life expectancy is in the 90s.
So as we talk about lifestyle and longevity, what are the blue zones of the world, and who is Dan Bertner? The blue zones of the world are areas that have been identified and studied for their unique lifestyle characteristics that contribute to long life. The concept was popularized by Dan Bertner, a National Geographic Fellow and author. Icaria is one of the world's blue zones area where people live significantly longer and healthier lives compared to the global average. The island Icaria is famous for its high number of centenarians, that is, individuals who have lived to or beyond the age of 100 years old. So there are original 5 blue zones in the world. There is Icaria in Greece. There's Okinawa, Japan. Okinawa, Japan is home to some of the world's oldest women. They have a diet high in vegetables and tofu. They eat minimal meat and dairy, and they have a strong sense of community and social support. Another place is Sardinia, Italy, particularly in the Nuoro province, known for its high concentration of males that live to be 100 years old and older, that is, male centenarians. The diet is rich in whole grains, beans, vegetables, and lean meat. They have an active lifestyle that involves physical labor and walking. So the blue zones of the world are number 1, Icaria, Greece; number 2, Okinawa, Japan; number 3, Sardinia, Italy; number 4, Loma Linda, California; and number 5, Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica. So Loma Linda, California is home to a community of Seventh-day Adventists. It has a plant-based diet, regular exercise, and a focus on family and faith, and abstinence from smoking and alcohol. There are other areas of the world that have been identified as blue zones, such as South Africa, that has the 7th highest number of centenarians per capita in the world. And there are other places in France and Thailand. So these blue zones, quote unquote, share common lifestyle traits such as plant-based diet, regular physical activity, strong social engagement and connections, reduced stress, and a sense of purpose, which are believed to contribute to their residents' exceptional longevity and health. So we go back to our guest, the aging specialist, Dr. Osi-Ogu.
So we're definitely living longer globally, and Nigeria's life expectancy is also inching up. We're happy about that. Currently, the Living Standard Survey from the National Bureau of Statistics gives us a figure of about 15 million people. So generally in this part of the world, because of the youth bulge, you find that, older people are thought to have had their lives, and so make way for the younger ones. But as long as you're alive, you have rights to good health care, rights to an opportunity for lifelong learning, rights for opportunity for employment if you have the desire for it. And these are all the things that are embedded in the WHO's decade of healthy aging. So part of the advocacy that I do with other stakeholders is, shining light on these aging issues to ensure that we curb what we describe as ageism, which is a prejudice or discrimination purely based on age. Oh, you're 85, you've had a life, we don't need to see you, we don't need to hear you, we don't need to make any plans for you. And this ageism cuts across sectors. It's institutional, it's there in the family. Even the older persons themselves have prejudice against themselves. They feel, oh, you know what, I'm old. You don't need to have any plans for me. Spend money that you could spend on me, on my grandchildren. So those are the things that we hope to change, the mindset towards aging and towards older people, to ensure that we give them a platform to continue to live healthy and contribute to society, by the way. So I make appearances on television and on radio to talk about these aging issues.
Wow. Yeah, thank you so very much for that. Next episode. While aging is inevitable, there are steps that one can take to age gracefully and maintain a healthy and vibrant lifestyle.